Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Full Bore. Last time, we had just discovered this place, which looks spooky and special with the green columns and everything, so let's go discover what's behind this door. Reflection. Has a mystery. Alright, it does feel mysterious in here. And apparently there's something blocking me from jumping up there. I can't really tell. Oh, and there's water and one of these things, so we're going to do that to light the torches, because that's what we do. That same shape above that circle hole block, I believe I've also witnessed that shape elsewhere as well. And what's down here? I can't go down there. Can I go down here? Yeah. What's directly below me here? Some kind of green light something something. And so it says that there is a mystery here. Alright, well, I've seen many of these mysteries. And all I know to do is to light up torches and hope that eventually something's. So I guess that's all we can do here for now. Also, here on Requiem, it looks like perhaps I could fall down. I'm going to fall down as far to the left as I can, because looking at the map, it looks like that went... Oh, there's a ghost boar. That is a safe place to fall. And there is another door down here. And a door over here as well. I'm going to go through this one first, since it was kind of a secret. Alright, that appears to be just a way to climb back up. Cool. What about this? Can I go in this? I cannot. So this is just like an old ghost boar campsite something something something. And it appears we found all the secrets here on this screen. So let's climb back up and see where this brings us. Oh, wow. Up to the top of this. Okay, and now we found all the things related to repose. Okay, well, that's cool. I'm okay with this. So in that case, other than the mystery of reflection, it doesn't seem like there's anything else for us to see here. So it looks like we'll do some backtracking back into Ingress. And from here, Storehouse could be a good place to go. There's a door just above me. Yeah, that would lead me over there. Alright, so I did a small amount of traversal to get over to Storehouse. So in here there are gems and doors that we have not yet gotten. So let's try to get them, shall we? Stomp. Kablam. Lasers. Things are happening. Alright, that enables me to go down. Good job, lasers. I wonder if that was the first place I saw the lasers and it was like tutorializing it. And I just got a checkpoint. I already forgot to look. There's a gem up there that I've already retrieved. So it doesn't look like that's the missing gem. So I think I can continue downwards, perhaps to the next checkpoint. There's a gem directly below me I haven't gotten. I have gotten the one that's above me here. So the gem directly below me... it looks like it's not difficult to get... Question mark? No, it's more difficult than I thought, because I can't break that dirt up there. If the dirt were not there, I could just jump up there. So how would I go about breaking said dirt? Can't break these blocks, but I could potentially push some of them around. If I could get to the side of them. But I can't. Are there any lasers nearby? There is a laser down below, but it's facing to the left, and I don't see a way to lift it back up. But there's a laser over here. And a thingy over here. Okay. So if I were to break this... Yeah, surely I want to use the laser somehow, right? Maybe? But where exactly? I am uncertain where I want to use it. And actually, I think I do know where I want to use it, and it involves going back to the checkpoint. Because I think I first want to press this block down here, then leave that as a place for this battery to fall upon, and then I'm going to have the laser fall on top of that, and I think that's going to shoot the laser somewhere where I want it to be. I think maybe. So what happens if I shoot the laser over here? It is able to destroy those blocks, and as a result, I now have access to the gem. Great. I'm a genius. Also, is there a secret entrance over here that I haven't seen before? There's some type of entrance right there. And I haven't been there before. Yeah, so how do I get there? I would need to break another block or something? Can I do this? That doesn't really help all that much. I want to get to the right. But I don't see a way to do that right now. And pushing the laser around won't help, because I can only push it so far before it's going to be up against the scaffold, and I won't be able to do anything else with it. So there is a thing over there. I'm not sure how to get to there. So let me just find a door transition and see if I can come back and reset this room or something. Although the door transition might be pretty far away, because I don't immediately see one. Where is the next door according to my map? Well, there's one in the lower right. And at this point, the door, yeah, I've witnessed the door. It's the only thing left. And I don't think there is a way to go back up. So... Also, where did I just come to? I came from Storehouse. So if I want to get back to the top of Storehouse, I need to get back to Dig Site. And if I want to get back to Dig Site from where I am... Okay, it took me longer than anticipated, but I did manage to get back here. And so now I'm at this checkpoint, and I know if I shoot the laser over to the right, it will uncover the door, but then I don't have a way to get there. And so I wonder if I can shoot the laser elsewhere instead. But I'm unclear where elsewhere I might want it to go. I guess one quote-unquote obvious place to try is if I didn't drop that first brick first, and so the entire laser complex would be one block lower than it was last time. Let's see what happens when I do this. It's just going to stop at that block, because those blocks block lasers. I remember that. So that's no good. So this definitely seemed better. After having done this, is there anything different that I could choose to do? And also, is there a timing element? Could I be running over there and doing something as the laser's about to fire? I guess let's give that a go. So basically, I'm gonna run. And it didn't seem to help. It did expose the door. But I don't have a way to walk over here, and I don't see... It seems like I want the laser... Can I have the laser, like, fall and be powered at the same time? That would be interesting. I might be able to do that, actually. Okay, let's try that. Can I have the laser be powered and fall at the same time? What would that even look like? If I could push this to the left, maybe I could do that, but I don't see a way to push this to the left. The only way I see to push it is to the right. And the same is true of the laser. Can I push the laser after it's already activated on top of this thing, maybe? And something? Or actually, I could stand here. Does that help me? Well, now this is already shooting in the wrong direction because I didn't bring up the other block. I forgot about that already. And I can walk through the lasers, and that's not a problem. So let's see if there's something I can do if this block is down here and like erasing the... I'm still not sure exactly what I want to do though. But I do feel like we're in the vicinity of what the solution's going to be. So I can always back this up. Can I push the laser to the right again, is what I'm wondering. Or push the... Here's what I could do, maybe. Once it becomes powered, push this out of the way. No, I can't push it. And really, I wanted the laser to be powered higher up. Is it possible for me to power the laser any higher up? Maybe if I approached it from the top. Can I approach it from the top? I don't think there's a way to approach it from the top. Is there any way to bring any other pushable blocks over here? Not that I can see. So it seems like this is the only pushable block I have access to. Is there a way... Okay, here's another idea. Can I push this brick? I forget if these are pushable or not. They are not. I can only break the bricks that were in between these two. And I can walk back there if I need to. So again, the problem that I have is once I'm down over here, I don't have a way to climb up to where that stuff is. Could I have... Could I have pushed... Hold on, why can't I push that other block? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I think I see something. Suppose I do this the normal way. It breaks all these blocks, that's great. But now I'm going to try to push this block to the right. Yes, this will totally work, right? So I can push you to the right. And you're not stuck because I can break this block below and then I can push you to the right. There we go. And then I can hop up here. Great! We're going to reach the final door of the storehouse, I presume. It's another one of these crazy eyeball thingies. Presumably number 2 of 4 based on what I have previously witnessed. Okay. Things are happening. Presumably once we get all 4, something amazing. Because surely the game wouldn't let me down and have it be not amazing, right? Right. I'm not going to worry about thinking too hard about the puzzle right now. I'm just going to try to press some blocks around and see what happens. And perhaps regret those decisions pretty quickly. What if I were to do dig this, then press this block to the left, and then dig my way over here? That looks pretty good, right? And then what? Ideally, I need to get one block all the way to the bottom left. And it looks like I can just press blocks there, right? Like, I don't have to think too hard about this. This one can fall on my head. I can just break it. It's no problem. Because I can just go down here, press this over here, and then, oh, but I still have to climb up there. But if I could, I'd be able to walk there. Can I climb back up there now? I cannot. So I needed one more block. Wait a minute, I can still get one more block, because I could break this. And then just push this all the way over? Yeah, this will totally work. Okay. This was actually not a difficult puzzle. Yes, it was, because I still am not here. Crap. I can't break this unless I'm standing on one more higher. Okay, so this is a much more difficult puzzle than I originally appreciated. So, I need to get 2 blocks over there. So I'm going to have to do a lot of block pushing in order to be able to access that thing. Okay. I appreciate the puzzle for what it is now. So I want to try to preserve as many blocks as possible, one presumes. So let's attempt to do so. Seems like I am likely to need this guy over here just to get into the left-hand side of the puzzle over here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that one off. Then it also looks like I didn't appreciate this before. I could have broken this dirt like this in order to push this block over here without losing any of the blocks up top. However, did I already cut myself off? Possibly. Maybe not, because I might be able to use this to get up here. I can push one of these blocks over here. And then if I could get one more, I'd be able to push a block over there. But I think I can't get one more at that height because I've already kind of dropped my heights as much as I could. Yeah, if I undo a tiny bit. I just want to look. Back when I was here. Like, I see that I could have done this. Oh, yeah, this is good. Because if I... no, I need to... Okay, hold on. I need to not push that yet. I need to have something for it to fall on first. And this, I think, will work. So watch this. Suppose I do this. If I push this guy to the... Oh, I trapped myself. I can undo that. If I break both of these bits, then I break this, I push the bottom one to the left, the top one will actually stay there and give me a way back up, which is what I'm going to need in a moment, as a staircase to get up here, and then I can push this over and I win. I'm a winner. Is it 2 of 4? It is. Oh no, it's not 2 of 4, it's it's the same symbol that we've been seeing all the places. That has like... Actually, I don't remember how many it has. Like 8 or 10 circling around a big thing to make the dark eye or something. I note also that when I've completed all of the things, the screen turns yellow. And so, for example, for the finish down there, has a blue gem. And so it's still a white background, whereas the ones I've completed have yellow backgrounds. I forgot completely about the QR code from many days ago. So apologies for those of you who are waiting expectantly or have decoded it yourself and wonder why I've forgotten about it. And it's because I'm a silly goose. So I'll try to remember to do that before the next episode. There's still stuff back up on the surface. There is a mystery, right? And I don't know how to deal with the torches. Vision is a mystery. Introspection is a mystery. Sand Silos had a doorway that I couldn't get to, but I think I tried that. Impasse has a doorway. Let's try to go there next, I think. So I'll try to meet you over there. Alright, I made my way back around to the top of Impasse. There's still a hidden doorway, and it seems to me that I was looking for a hidden doorway previously in kind of the bottom left, and so I think it's going to be kind of like the middle to bottom right is actually where I need to go, probably. And so let's see, I'm pretty sure I can just skip this bit. So I feel like from this checkpoint down in this vicinity is going to be where the hidden doorway is, probably. Is there a way to get down through here? Or under any of this? Are there any lasers I can play with around here? Are there any lasers I can play with around here? That's actually a really good question. And the answer is... I don't think so. So, if there aren't lasers, then what's the next best thing? I guess just kind of breaking blocks and trying different stuff around and pushing things around and etc. Let's break all the dirt around here in case somehow it's... Oh, there it is. I found it. Question marks. What do we got? Ooh, smoke and mirrors. This feels very spooky. Yep, it's got a mystery. And it's got a gem, and I see the gem, and the gem is just like hovering in midair. How am I ever going to get there? Maybe a laser will be involved? There's multiple gems. How big is this? It's not that big. I can't manage to use my arrow keys. Oh! There's another one of those things from another doorway. It's like blocking the doorway. Whoa. And it almost looks like I could, like, oh! Smoke and mirrors. Geometry is not what it seems. Okay, you know what? I had previously criticized, I think based on what I knew, somewhat rightly, the fact that this game had controls where if you tried to walk off of a ledge just by pressing left, let me find another ledge to walk off of. So like here, you rear up, and I always thought it was funny that you reared up when there was like an undo key, basically. But now that there's invisible geometry, all of a sudden that starts making a little bit more sense. I see there's a gem over here, but then I think falling off the left is probably how I'm going to get to the place that I think I need to go. But I have a feeling this is probably the last gem. I guess I can look on the map. Yes, that was the only other gem. I'm going to stomp up here just to make sure that like nothing's going to fall off the top of the map and have like another secret up there. But now I have a feeling that if I fall off down here, I can get to that other secret. Yeah. Look at this. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of those maybe would go around. Am I counting right? I'm not sure. In any case, where's this going to bring us? Whoa, we just like fell out of a secret entrance and it's just my exit to get back out of here, which of course, because smoke and mirrors, that's all there was. Okay, but I'm finding lots of bits of this dark eye, and maybe once I get all the bits, then maybe some of the previously inaccessible something something will become accessible because reasons? I'm such a wordsmith. Also, how do I get back out of here? It looks like I can retraverse the level geometry this way to get back to this checkpoint. Okay. In workings, I've now found 89% of the doors, 79% of the gems, half the mysteries, and 7/9 of the lore. Alright, that's pretty good. Could go back to sand silos. And the surface. I wonder if that vision QR code is going to help me decipher what I've been missing on a number of other things here. Nowhere to go but down is just missing some lore. Expedient elevator is still missing a doorway, so let me try to make my way down there. Alright, looking at the map of Expedient elevator, if I were a missing thing, I might be somewhere up here in the upper right. And there are pushable blocks around here. So if I were going to be a hidden... Yeah, that upper right area... Can I stack 2 together? Yes, here's what I need to do. I need to push this one here, then push a pile of 2 like this, and then push the other one over, and that'll give me a staircase up to the upper right, and I can carve through this brick, and it's going to be the secret. Aha! I'm definitely starting to figure out how this game thinks. Okay, that is good. Whoa, attic. I found the attic, where there's a gem and a doorway. Actually, there are 3 gems. I can see them all. Or at least, I see at least those numbers. I can scroll up slightly. There's a lot of these, I don't know what to call them, but the ones that if I stomp on top of them, they fall. Those things. Where, how, The top middle one is easy to get. The top right one is easy to get, assuming that I get into the top section. The top left one looks like I'm going to have to be clever. That's my initial assessment. Alright, let's just do some... What happens if I push this to the left? That's what I thought. That does, like, dislodge this thing. I'm not sure if that was good or bad. Probably bad. Seems like it was bad. But what else could I have done? Also, why are these all stuck together? Could I have stomped on this? Yes, and then maybe done something interesting? Oh, ho, 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 ho. So we can kind of make our own stairway if we're clever. But, okay. I needed to push another... Okay, so what if I push this 2 to the left? and then waited for all the chain reactions to chain react. Except I need all of that down one more, which means I needed to stomp those things. So I think I need to stomp. There we go. And then wait. That still was not quite right, but it was closer. I needed to push something to the left. Or actually, let's push this twice to the left and let's stomp over here. And then jump over here? That might be correct. I think that's correct. Yes, that makes my staircase. Now I can get up to the top section. Oh, but now the top right one's going to be hard to get. Okay, but we're at least going to get this top middle one. And I have some vague ideas about how I might get the left one. Are they vague or are they more than vague? Let's try this. The problem is I can't have pushed that to the left, but I can do this. I can go over here, and then I can push this back to the left. And that'll get me where I need to go. Actually, I don't even need to do that. What am I talking about? I can just climb up here. Okay, so 2 of the 3 gems have been gotten. Because I'm a genius. I don't think I can stomp any more of this. Do I have an exit back out? Yes, because this entire row is scaffolds. So I always have an exit back out here. Yes, so I can reset the room. I've gotten 2 of the 3 gems. And so we'll reset the room and try to get the 3rd gem from the upper left. It does feel like I need to start over in this vicinity. And I kind of like what I did with my initial move of push, push, stomp, and then get out of the way. But then perhaps I can do... Oh, no, because, right, that already kind of ruined my opportunity to get up there. So instead, is there something I can do cleverly from the left-hand side? I guess I could push this to start. And then... then what? What happens if I push this? Probably a lot. I can't break these. But I could stomp this and then sit here, and then when that one falls, I'll be in this middle section, which is kind of where I wanted to be, I think. Also, I can climb up here, kind of. Is anybody going to give me the opportunity to go over there somewhere, maybe? Kind of, not really. No, this works. This totally works. I'm a genius, I tell you. A genius! Alright. So I've gotten all the gems out of here. And so now the question is, if I were to look at the minimap and discover that there's a hidden doorway, oh, there's a bottom exit at the bottom left, according to the map, that I didn't even notice. This must be the quote-unquote doorway. I am falling into accretion. There are little side passages here. Do any of them get me anywhere? I don't think I already passed any that were particularly noteworthy. Some lamps are on, some are off. I don't think any of that is necessarily meaningful. So let's continue falling down the accretion. And it looks like if I make a race for it over here, I can grab this gem before my ability to grab it goes away. Gems are, by the way, the only thing I'm looking for here. And it looks like there's a left exit. Well, this gem looks like it won't be hard to get. It is done. And now... I don't think there's a reason for me not just to, like, destroy everything here. Oh, I found a reason for me maybe not to destroy everything. No, I can still just destroy these blocks, too. It's all fine. Alright. So... unless one of these is blocking some secret passage... I don't think I need any of these. And yeah, none of these appear to be blocking secret passages, so... this brings me back to the expedient elevator. Oh, and it was like a secret doorway over there. Interesting. And there's still missing doorways. Okay, cool. Alright. So we've made it here. So if I were another missing doorway in the expedient elevator... I'm guessing slightly down and left of where I am is a good place to possibly hide a secret. I don't know that there was progress to save, but I'm going to go through the doorway just to make sure the progress has been saved. Oh, directly to my left. I can see it. There's a doorway over there. How do I get to it? Ooh, how do I get to it indeed? I need that thing that drops and gets stuck in the wall thingy. Are there any of those nearby? There's 2 doorways to my left. Hold the phone. What is going on here? This is craziness. And there's another red wire connected to those things. I feel like there's going to be something with the wires that I can activate at some point, and I just don't know how. If I come up any higher... Like, there's the elevator here. Can I push blocks onto the elevator? Let's try that. It won't help me because you can't activate the elevator to go downwards. If I hit the button, it does nothing. I just have to fall down, and I can ride the elevator back up by pressing the button, and it comes and grabs me, is how that works. And while the elevator is in motion, I presume I can't move. I tried moving to the left there, and it was moving too swiftly. Alright, so basically what I'm seeing is... over here... Oh, I can get to one of the doors, and maybe that's going to bring me to the other door. Hold the phone. So there's a doorway over here. I haven't gone in it. Let's go in it. It is series, and it looks like I'm just here for gems. There's another hole in the upper right. And right now this looks like I'm just going to fall, and I can't seem to scroll the screen. So let's just fall and see what happens. It brings me down here. Okay, that's fine. So having just witnessed series... it shows me where the other door is, and that's how I'd get to the gem. So, let's ride the elevator back up. So, elevator, bring me back to the top. Whoosh, it goes very fast. So, according to my map, the other thing is in the dirt... in the bottommost piece of dirt over there. So the question is, how do I get to the bottommost piece of dirt over there? And the answer is, I don't know. Because if I do the same thing that I did before, it will kind of bring me up just short of where I need to be. Let's just witness it so we can be a little bit closer in thinking about it. So if there weren't a block directly above my head... or here, I might be able to, like, climb these things and get up there, but there are. But basically, the dirt that's 3 above my head is where I want to go. And in order to get there... oh, there's a... So, above my head here, there are 3 pushable blocks. They look like they would be useful if I knew how to activate red wires. But I don't think I know how to activate red wires. Have I tried stomping? Hold on. I have an idea that I'm not sure that I've tried. So if I trace the red wire that's down from the blocks below me, it goes all the way up here, up into like the light switch above me. Oops, I didn't mean to walk through that door. If I stomp right here, stomping does not seem to activate the red wire. There's nothing breakable over here that I could use as a shortcut. Okay, I didn't find a way into series, so I've made my way back around to the top. Sand Silos apparently is still missing a doorway. I would guess somewhere in the middle section, perhaps on the left, is the most likely place to find it. We've already collected all the gems here. There's a bit of sand kind of to the left of me down there that looks pretty plausible at a glance. So I'll try to head down there, I think. So yeah, I don't think there's a way to get to that sand. in the upper left there, because there's no way for me to climb up through all of this. So what about over here? Is there a clever way? I guess I can do this, and then I'll be able to break this dirt, and I could have broken that other dirt if I were being a little bit more careful from the checkpoint. So let's just try breaking the upper left dirt. Okay, there's nothing hiding back there. So I don't think this is the location of the hidden doorway. So where else would I be hiding a doorway? Perhaps just lower left of me from here somewhere, maybe? It's possible it's on the right somewhere, too. But I've already gotten that gem over there, so it's probably not there. I've already read all this stuff. I presumably have already broken all of this. Because I got that gem. So yeah, I don't think there'd be a secret doorway there. So where else would a secret doorway be? Don't have any ideas over here. And why would this exist? I am unclear. Oh, because I needed a block. Oh, right, there's still this fossil. Right, maybe the doorway is behind the fossil. I'd forgotten about this. Okay, I have a recent checkpoint. Let's see if it's possible to get to this fossil somehow. I did not try very hard to do that before. Now is the time to try. I'm calling it a fossil. It's kind of like shaped like a conch or something, I guess. Also, let's just try to come up with a plan. How could I possibly get that high? I have one pushable block. Looks like that fossil's a gravity block, though, so hold the phone. Suppose I do this, and then wait. Does it fall down, or can I stomp it down? No. And then it looks like the closest I could get to it is like up here. How would I get up there? Let's reset and think about this a little bit more. So this block is just kind of suggesting that this will fall down. Yeah, that's great. Is there a better way that I could use this block? Also, is there anything else I could stomp from up here? If I stomp here, I'm not really within range of anything. If I stomp here, nothing is happening. This dirt that's here, is that some kind of gravity dirt? Something, something? What am I trying to say? I'm not certain right now. What do I think I'm trying to do? So I don't suppose I can push this dirt. No, I can only dig through it. I would need to be one higher here. And there's clearly no way to do that, right? What am I missing? When the boar digs through a bunch of stone, he gains, like, electric running speed. Is there any chance he can, like, run up a wall or something? And I've never noticed this before. Let's try it out. No. Or he didn't gain enough speed to do it. Any chance that I can restart all that and see if he can gain the running speed again? I'm kind of curious. I guess I would need to dig like at least one more brick or something. So let's see. If I wanted to do that, I'd probably need to dig this and this maybe. And this, and this. Dig, 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 dig. Okay, he's gone electric, but it's still the case that even with his electric speed, I couldn't, like, run up the wall or something. So, if not that, then what? This is clearly an important square to above me. Well, I've spent way too much time looking at the sky, and I still cannot figure out how to get him. So I guess that'll be a mystery that we'll have to figure out again in some future episode. I think this is a good place to go ahead and call it, so I'm going to say I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon for more Full Boar, where at this point we are up to 40.6%. That seems pretty good. For now, bye-bye.